And welcome to or welcome back to the Radiantly Crowned podcast. If you have come across my channel, you are probably on a mission to find the most important person in your life. And sis, that's you. I am your host, Tiffany the Diamond, and I am so incredibly grateful that you are tuning in today. Now, on the last episode, we talked about self forgiveness and how important it is to forgive yourself, but it's so hard to do. That show aired on June the 28th. And on June the 29th, I had something very personal and very close to me happen. I lost my mom's last living sibling, my aunt. She was the final descendant of that generation on my maternal side. So it really hit and opened up a lot of wounds for me. And as I've always told you, I am a certified life coach, but I'm also a woman who is still actively healing. And when we lost her, when I lost her, like I said, it did open up a lot of old wounds, a lot of things that I thought that I had closed the door on. But it took me back to some moments that it took me back to the moment when I lost my own mom. And I have to be completely honest. I have to be transparent. I froze. Y'all, I felt myself ready to put absolutely everything on pause. You know, when you're on a healing journey, you often think you fully overcome a thing, but the true test of healing is how you respond when life hits you again. And when it does it send you right back to a dark place? For a moment, this loss sent me right back to a place that I know all too well: depression and grief. And you might be saying, depression and grief, that's a place? It is. And what does that place look like? It's the place that coaxes you into putting all of your dreams, all of your passions, and all of your goals on hold. It's a place where you can hear a negative voice whispering that you're not good enough. And, look, someone else is leaving you. It's the exact space when you're pulling your hair up in a ponytail every day. And to the outside world, you look like you're functioning. You look like you're doing what you have to do. You're able to show up every day at work with a smile and everywhere else with a smile. But on the inside, you're slowly melting away. Now, I know some of you listening right now know exactly what that phase feels like. And you probably even know how easy it is to fall back into that phase. But I didn't stay there. And today I want to talk to you about three keys that I use to navigate out. So, number one is prayer. And let's take a moment to talk about prayer. Some people think that there's a certain way to pray, and some people only go and pray when they're in need of something or when times hit hard. And I just want to take the time and let you know that praying is simply talking to God. It's handing him your burdens. It's telling him exactly what's tearing you up on the inside. It's telling him, God, this is too heavy for me, and I need you to work it out. So I went to him and I talked to him like he's a close friend of mine because he is. I talked to him like he's my father because it is, because he is. I laid it at his feet and I asked him to help me through it because I couldn't do it alone. And sometimes we think that when we pray on something, if we don't feel something or if nothing happens right away, that he's not listening. But let me tell you, God is always listening. He knows exactly what you need and he will bring it to you. He will work it out. So that's number one. Don't be afraid to talk to God. Don't be afraid to go to God with prayer because he will work it out for you. Now, number two, I leaned into community. I leaned into the people that I believe that God has placed in my life so that I would have some help here on earth. You know, you need to be aware of who you surround yourself with. And don't be afraid to reach out and lean on these people. You have to remember, you cannot always be the strong one. The exact same way you encourage, empower, and motivate others, you need to let those same people be able to pour into you. So be sure that you have a great community backing you up. Be sure that you have that support. God will allow people in your life for that reason. And then number three, and this last one is a big one. It's a simple one. It's rest. Now, when you go through something, as hard as you might want to just keep pushing through, you may just need to step away for a couple days and just rest. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that you're stopping all of your life's work. That doesn't mean that you're throwing your goals away altogether. It simply means that you are allowing yourself the grace and the time to grieve, to close some doors, and to lock it on the storms for just a minute. But hear me clearly. This rest needs to be intentional. You can't make a home there. And what do I mean by that? You know, we know how hard it is to get back into the swing of things once we get off our routines, once we let our guards down just a little bit. So hard to get back. So you give yourself that time and you allow yourself that grace, but you don't let it swallow you. And I am so proud to tell you all that the resilience that God planted inside of me, it showed up. It showed up and I am back and I am picking up right where I left off. I'm doing the work, y'all. I'm caught up and thank God I did not let the grief swallow me. I refused to walk into that dark place and make a bed. I refused to live there because depression and grief is no longer my home. It's no longer where I reside, and I no longer let it reside in me. And I want to tell you today, whatever your current circumstances look like, Whatever they look like today, whatever it is, if you've got a storm that you're going through, know it's for a season. And don't let your right now dictate your future. It's okay to take a breath. It's okay to rest. Definitely talk to God, give it to God, surrender it to God, pray. And don't be afraid to let others pour into you. And before I go today, I do have two beautiful announcements that I would like to make. First, I have officially launched the Radiantly Crowned Substack newsletter. Now, it is a premium extension of my show, and there I'll be sharing deep words of encouragement, real life tools. I'm also going to be dropping exclusive videos on there. They'll be a lot more casual, like, hey girl, what's going on in the world today? Let's talk about it. Chats, and as well as deeper dives into the signs and symptoms that you might be in a toxic relationship and how to grab hold of authentic closure. And that link is listed below. So come and join me. If you're a reader, I am a writer, y'all. I love to write. It's one way that I can express myself genuinely and authentically, and I love it. And if you are a reader and a writer, come join me over there. And secondly, we are officially preparing to welcome guests onto the show. Y'all, I am so excited. I told y'all at the beginning that I would be bringing some ladies on, and I am excited to announce that I have some brilliant ladies lined up. And if you have a story, or you know a woman who has a story that she needs to get out there, a story of healing, a story of unbreakable determination, a story of overcoming and becoming, and she's willing to share it and share the tools that she used to overcome that storm, send them my way. I would be deeply honored to hold a space for them here on the Radiant Crown Show. My name is Tiffany the Diamond, and it has been an absolute pleasure speaking to your heart today. And I want you to always remember that healing is a choice that every single woman has the right to make. And I'll see you next Sunday for another beautiful conversation. And I hope that your day has been as gorgeous as you are. Bye bye now.